Chapter 2. The Portal and the Abyss. It began, as these things often do, with a meeting a day before Easter. We were informed, curtly, clinically, that our days within the information technology department were numbered. We were to be absorbed into a newly formed, shared services department. The language was optimistic. The tone was not beneath the surface of this announcement lay a quiet dread. The sense that we were being cast adrift, severed from the systems that had sustained us, however imperfectly. We were still nursing the scars of a failed integration with engineering, a merger that had collapsed under the weight of its own assumptions. Now, we were expected to undergo another transformation. But this time, the stakes felt different. The knowledge we carried wasn't written down. It wasn't structured. It had been passed on through ritual, through repetition, through osmosis. And the idea that outsiders could simply assimilate, it was laughable. Halstead IT had always been a complex, convoluted environment, unlike other organizations I'd worked in, places with clear workflows, defined SLAs, and a culture of continual training. This was a shifting maze. The goalpost moved constantly, suggestions for improvement disappeared into a void. Promises were made, then forgotten. And now, with shared services looming, the fear was not just of change, but of diminishment. We would be organizationally detached from Tier 2, Tier 3, and beyond. Our status would shrink, our voice would fade. To call us a call center was not just inaccurate, it was insulting. The line between a call center and an IT service desk may be blurry to some, but the differences are real. We carried technical skills, we solved problems, we didn't just answer phones, we held the system together. Even the simplest tasks were fraught. Password resets, for example, should have been trivial, but they weren't. Active Directory didn't handle them cleanly. New staff accounts lacked basic provisioning. X drives, secure access, VDI access, mailboxes failed to generate. Sometimes it was Exchange, sometimes it was something else. During large intakes, we'd receive calls to reset passwords for 5 or more new starters, none of whom had the access they needed. We'd spend hours manually stitching together what should have been automated. The gap was obvious. The fix was overdue, but nothing changed. And then there was the portal. The Halstead Service Desk portal, soon to be rebranded for shared services, was a daily exercise in frustration. Poorly logged jobs, vague requests, forms that accepted anything and clarified nothing. Each day we trawled through the wreckage, wishing the users had simply called. The portal needed radical revision. Mandatory fields, valid data, approval-based workflows. Without these, it was not a tool. It was a trap. We were being asked to make this work, but how? With a broken toolset, with a skills deficit, with no clear plan. The transition to shared services wasn't just a logistical shift, it was a philosophical one. And unless the system itself changed, unless the abyss was closed, we would be left to fail. This chapter is not a complaint, it is a record, a signal, a warning. The Halstead Clinic demands endurance, it demands intuition, but most of all, it demands myth-making. And this is our myth.